Hello. So I've come full circle tonight and kind of made an update earlier, added another video, and as I was kind of going through YouTube, I started to read some of the comments on one of my more popular videos, my most popular video called Homosexuality is a Sin. So I wanted to kind of make a part two and kind of go across how I feel now, what's the same, what's different. I want to say, just from remembering the time frame of my life during that maybe it's been around 7 to 9 years since I made that video. It could be less, I'm not for sure. I'd have to go back and look. But during the time that I made that video, I was young and vivacious, and I wanted to spread the word about Matthew Shepard, and I wanted to make awareness for hate crimes against LGBT people in general, and I still feel very strongly about all of those things. I am still in a homosexual relationship. I am with a woman that I love very, very much, and that I eventually would like to marry. As I was reading through the comments, there was a lot of religious quotes or quotes from the Bible. There was a lot of LGBT people defending themselves and defending their beliefs. And my goal with making the video wasn't to have this full-on war of the words or anything like that, which with the YouTube video, especially with that many views, it can easily become that and become, you know, this huge, insane thing. I disabled comments for I think a year or two, and then I brought them back, and I have them open right now. But so many comments on it that I haven't been able to really go through and read and see what people think and what they thought, although I did tonight. I know that the music was very dramatic, and that was my point, was to make it a dramatic video so that you really opened your eyes and you listened and you saw. And I know that some of the images maybe were a little disturbing to some, but that was my point in the video. And at this point, I feel like I wanted to make a part two because I wanted to express my views with a quiet background and let you guys know that I still feel exactly the same. I still feel that homosexual couples should have the same rights as straight couples do. I don't feel that religion has any place in relationships, or, you know, I mean, it does to an extent if you are a religious person. My partner is religious and I am not, but you know, I think that both of us stand very firmly that I don't want to leave my home state of Texas to go to New Mexico or go to California or go wherever it's legal to get married and then come back, because it's still not legal in Texas. It's not just about a piece of paper for me. It's very much so about committing myself to the love of my life and committing myself to better or for worse, and really, you know, solidifying our relationship. It's also the small things that you don't think about until it's a tragedy. If anyone's recently seen the movie Bridegroom, it brings full circle some of the struggles and difficulties that we have as homosexuals, that in a relationship, if something, God forbid, were to happen to Kara, and we were in a hospital that maybe was a little more conservative, which is very possible in the area that I live in because it is kind of a Bible Belt area, and it's very possible that she could get in a terrible wreck, and if none of her family could be there to advocate that I could be there or I could see her, there's a chance that I could not make decisions even if Kara wanted me to. or that I could not see her in a hospital room even if she's dying, or that if we did have kids that our rights could be taken away, or so many different things. I mean, even Sally Ride, who, you know, was an amazing astronaut and a very intelligent woman, you know, she had a partner for several years, and when she died, her partner got no benefits at all. The life that they built together was no longer entitled to her because Sally Ride was no longer alive. And I think that people generally look at homosexual relationships for the sexual part of it. But I don't look at a straight marriage and think, oh, well, the sex is disgusting. Or I don't look at a couple and think of their sex life. I look at a couple and think of their love and their devotion to one another and their commitment to one another and their partnership. And I feel like that as homosexuals, we're not seen as a real partnership. We're seen as sexual beings, and that is why we're in the relationships that we're in. So just to keep this video a little shorter than that one was, of course, my views are still the same. I still feel that the Westboro Baptist Church is a very evil organization, and I feel that they brainwash the people in their organization, and the things that they do not only affect the gay community, but they also affect military families when they picket military funerals and just all of the hate that they spread. So if I can spread something positive and I can spread something worthwhile to you guys, and maybe I can reach one person out of a million and say, hey, it's okay to be gay. It's okay. Your life is going to move on. You can have lasting relationships. You can have love. You can have best friends. You can have all of these things. Then, I mean, maybe I've done something good. So I just wanted to say that this next time around, I will for sure read more comments. I don't want this to be a war of words. I want people to be kind to one another. And I want the old saying to go that if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. There will always be people that troll YouTube and that leave nasty comments for no reason. And at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It probably doesn't hurt most people's feelings. And my life will continue happily. I just wish that more people in the world would understand that allowing us to get married hurts nobody, definitely doesn't hurt your family, doesn't hurt your lifestyle. It just means that we can have the same rights that you do that you take for granted. So I have so much more to say on this topic, but I wanted to keep this video short. So this is my homosexuality as a sin part 2. And let me know if you have any questions or you want to discuss something further. But I want to leave it on a note that I wish that we would all be kind to one another all the time, not just part of the time, and that our world will evolve into something that's more accepting in general of any differences, not just homosexuality. And that's all I've got, YouTube. So have a good night.